Once more. It's that time of evening for us to have some significant conversation or mingle with, mingle with Mr. Miguel Melbourne, and we say welcome. Good evening, Miguel.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening to you, Erwin, and good evening to our distinguished listeners wherever in the world you're tuning in from. We thank you. I am Miguel Anthony Melbourne, and this week on Melbourne Motivation, we're talking about food, tech, and investments. But let me tell you more about my pioneering guest who's bringing the information and inspiration to us. Sophronia McKenzie is the founder of visuEats Imagery Solutions Inc, an innovative software company and home to the visuEats app. visuEats is a restaurant mobile app that provides photo and video menus, creating an interactive and personalized dining experience. It is visuEats' mission to enhance the dining experience while being a profitable exchange for restaurateurs. As the founder and CEO of visuEats, Sophronia oversees the management of the company's operation, the vision, and visibility, including the global team's cross-functional workflow and operational structure, leveraging networking opportunities, as well as securing and allocating funding. Sophronia believes that everything about visuEats, from its game-changing technology to its diverse team and unique company culture, will, in time, set a new standard for life and work in the technology space. And so with that, Miss Sophronia, welcome back to Irie Jam. How are you feeling on this beautiful, beautiful evening?
Hi, Miguel. Thank you for having me. It's so funny when I hear the song "No Woman, No Cry." I was like, "Why y'all want me to be emotional? Like, what's going on?" Like, oh my God! But I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Well, we got to follow directions. No, woman, don't cry. Crying. So, but it's lovely, lovely, lovely to have you back. It's always a brilliant experience to reconnect with our Melbourne motivation change makers. And now, of course, you being a food enthusiast and it's still being Thanksgiving weekend, I did want to delve into your Thanksgiving celebration a little bit. Thanksgiving is a time to be grateful. So I wanted to ask, was there one thing you had on your heart that you were grateful for this year?
Yeah, there's so much I can be grateful for from a plethora of things, but this Thanksgiving and being it's November and I was born in November and I'm born on my mom's birthday.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm like, there's just this strong pull and connection to my mom. And I know it may sound cliche, but I'm really grateful for my mother. I am really grateful.
I'm gonna steal that answer too. I'm grateful for my mom, and I'm grateful for that oxtail she cooked every Thanksgiving, and Auntie Valerie for that soup that she made. And so, no, I'm with you. It's always
Yeah.
a beautiful time to get together with our family. I give you a little insight. My grandfather, he's no longer with us, but he left with the family a song that we sing every Thanksgiving. And this Thanksgiving, you would have thought we were getting paid to sing that song. So,
Oh.
family, mom, bless up to all the families, all the moms out there. Sophronia, in addition to being a food enthusiast, you are a Jamaican trailblazing tech entrepreneur. And I can tell, when I'm on the visuEats app, to me, it's like you created a software that make patrons feel like every day is Thanksgiving and delicious food is right there at their fingertips. But pitch for us, right? Our listeners that might be logging on for the first time. What is visuEats? Why did you create it? And what are some of the significant milestones you've hit since our conversation in January?
So that's a great question. So the idea for visuEats came about when I was at happy hour with my best friend back in 2018. And I love going out to eat. I also love to cook. So don't judge me. I can cook. And like when I went out, we always got handed like a paper menu and I'm spending money on, an expensive dish. I want to know what it is. I want to see it before, I buy it. And so I always fussed with her, like, why doesn't this restaurant show us pictures of the menu items? And then she said to me, well, you work in the technology industry, so why don't you build what you want, build it yourself, solve that problem? And then I told her, you know what, fine. I accepted the challenge and I started doing my research, started putting a team together, everything. And then Funny enough, like continuing on the path of visuEats, even Grubhub, one of the leading delivery apps in the United States, said that restaurants aren't taking advantage of professionally taken photo menus that would increase their sales by 30%. So here at visuEats, we're helping restaurants to capture 30% of the missed revenues through our photo and video menus. Since our connection January this year, I am so grateful. We were able to raise about $90,000 in funding, inclusive of grants, including of grants, crowdfunding, as well as business loans. And then I also put accumulated a little bit over $60,000 of my own salary into the company as well since 2018 till now. So, and most importantly, we built a team of 7, right? A cross-functional global team. Janice, who is in Colombia, but she's Venezuelan. Carrie Ann, who is in Jamaica. Chris in Guyana. And Lizzie and Alex, who is in Northern and Central Florida. And last but not least, we do have our software engineer, Himanshu, and his team based in India. So we
let's go. Congratulations. I can't imagine, and well, I can imagine how elated you must be from, having this brilliant idea, accepting the challenge, starting to build it, and now you have some folks global, but also I'm hearing a whole lot of strong Caribbean connection. That's really bringing this amazing tech to the forefront. Congratulations. That's amazing. That's a fantastic update. Well, Sophronia, to me, your representation as a Caribbean woman, building a commercially viable global tech company, it is a significant reality that, to me, the diaspora should be embracing in a monumental way. And so I just want to ask, is there 1 or 2 key ways in which our listeners, families, friends, and extended networks can fuel the momentum that you have already built with visuEats?
For sure. And, to that point, Miguel, I'm going to tell you the 2 ways that for sure our Jamaican diaspora, or even the Caribbean diaspora too, can help, right? And even if it's not the diaspora, but the Caribbean countries or Jamaica, how they can pitch in and they can help. I approached an investor here in Miami once, and he said to me, how is it that you have a brilliant idea such as visuEats, but Jamaica is not backing you? And that really stumped me. So here's an opportunity to my fellow Jamaicans, here's an opportunity, 2 ways that you can help. We are raising $500,000 in safe notes at a $4 million valuation cap. So you may hear $500,000 and you're like, but I don't have that money. But if 50 people give $10,000, that takes us to 500. You understand? So that's one way. Like, I'm in what is called the friends and family round. And I think that's a bias, because as a Jamaican, when you're in the United States, friends and family seek money from you. You understand? So how is it that that tech founder, how am I going to be raising in the friends and family round when it's typical for Jamaicans, it's typical for Black people to, when they're in the United States, their other friends and family seek money from them. So 2 ways that they can help contribute to the safe notes that we're trying to fund, as well as, people who have restaurants. This is an opportunity for us to market their restaurants. So tell them about visuEats, and so they can be onboarded on the platform. And we are currently in our MVP phase, and we are onboarding people for free. So capitalize on that free opportunity and let us increase your revenues.
Wow. Hey, let me echo that so that it's crystal clear, because these are the conversations that, we wonder what is our Caribbean countries doing in the tech space. We wonder who are the movers and shakers that have the bold ideas that's pushing it forward. And we often hear about it at the end when everything seems to be successful. But what you're presenting is one, the Caribbean, especially Jamaicans, the culinary arts is what we do. There's so many restaurants out there. So listeners, if you have a restaurant, if you know someone that have a restaurant and you know that they can use this upgrade in marketing, right? Reach out to Sophronia. And additionally, conversations in terms of what can we invest in. We don't usually have access to that, but here is visuEats. Here's Sophronia saying, hey, you can right now invest in the long-term growth of what will be a very amazing company. So thanks. You're doing amazing work. Sophronia, I'm so grateful to be sharing this conversation, because too often, It is true that we're idolizing other cultures for their bold visions and accomplishments. So you're right. Why not us? But in the next 5 years, Sophronia, tell us quickly, what is visuEats aiming to accomplish in the next 5 years? And just give us your sense of the long-term potential for the Caribbean tech sector.
That's a great question. So for visuEats, we're projecting to have at least $30 million in revenue. The goal is to go public with the company, right? And as it relates to the Caribbean sector, can you imagine if you had Jeff Bezos being Jamaican or Elon Musk being Jamaican, and you were having this conversation with them right now? And to our listeners, you were hearing them say, Jeff Bezos saying, I'm starting a company called Amazon and I'm selling books online. This is your opportunity to invest in a tech company that is going to revolutionize the dining experience. And I can tell you that it's going to happen. I need our listeners, right, to believe in me, just as how Lizzie, who was a teacher for 9 years and met me this year, believed in visuEats, believed in me that I can get it done, and quit her job and join the team.
Wow. Listen, I don't think this is a hard. I think by now, we all are impacted by technology in such a way that we understand the opportunity moving forward. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping you're enjoying this treat of a conversation, right? This is, your Thanksgiving opportunity to join a big movement. Sophronia, you're doing amazing work. And, anytime we're talking about building a nation, we know that our ladies have to be at the forefront. And so just again, thank you for your vision and the work you're doing to uplift our country and our Caribbean diaspora. Thank you for sharing this meaningful conversation, Sophronia. Please tell our listening audience where they can connect. If they would like to join the visuEats platform or to make a long-term investment in the growth of the company, where can they do that? How can they reach out to you? Where can they learn more? How can they connect and follow your movement?
Sure. Thank you so much, Miguel. So if you're interested in investing in visuEats or even know a restaurant or have a restaurant and want to be onboarded on the platform, you can contact me at smckenzie@visueats.com, or I am Sophronia on all social media platform, as well as our at visuEats on all social media platform. And visuEats is VISU Eats, like visual eats, so visuEats.
Absolutely. You know what? As we wrap, to all the listeners, I want to issue you a challenge. I want to go to your nice Android phone, your iPhone, and just type in visuEats into your phone, download the app, and just get a sense of, the brilliance that we're talking about right now. Appreciate you, Sophronia. Erwin.
Indeed. I was busily doing that just now.
All right.
All right. Congratulations. All the best to you and best of wishes to you, Sophronia, in your endeavor.
Thank you.
Until next week, Mr. Miguel, how do we maintain our contact and follow you?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, my personal professional goals are to help the youth be best prepared for college, career, and beyond so that we can have more Sophronias out there. So visit mycollegepod.com. That is mycollegepod.com to gain access to Pathway to Purpose, latest college and career prep innovation. Follow Melbourne Motivation, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. But until next time, please be safe and live with big energy. Erwin, next week.
All the best to you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, another edition of Miguel.